Hey folks, Adam the Wealthy Son here, and I just wanted to share with you a little bit on today. First off, I got a super late start off to my day this morning. I don't know what happened, but my son and I both overslept. I didn't hear my wife leave. I didn't hear anything. I don't know what happened, but this morning when I woke up, my son was still asleep. We were running. We were definitely running late. He has to be at school by 9:30, and he didn't get there till 9:50. So yeah, that's been one of those mornings, but we got through it, thank God. But on the way home, I was thinking, what do I have to do today? I was like, I know I have to go home. I have to, post some videos. I'm gotta, make some phone calls. I also have to reach out to some people. I got a little bit of work to do on today, but I couldn't think about what I was going to share with you all today. So I was like, God, what can I share with the people on today? And I heard the words, "You're too close to quit." And that resonated with my spirit. I was like, wow, that's good stuff. Because if you think about it, yesterday we talked about expectations. And through expectations, sometimes we don't even give ourselves the opportunity to see our growth. And it's like we're taking steps, either negative or positive steps. And the results that we're getting, they're happening, but we're not taking time out to realize them. We're not giving ourselves the short victories. Like, for example, I know some of you guys are working on your health like I am. And some of you guys are starting to work out. And some of you guys have the desire to run 5 miles every single day. But your goal has been, I got to run 5 miles a day. And when you get yourself to the position where you're like, I'm getting ready to go out and work out, you won't go simply because you're like, man, I don't feel like doing 5 miles. You never done 5 miles. But you're like, that's what you want to do. That is your ultimate goal. But instead of you saying, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm just going to jog for 15 minutes. Or I'm going to walk for 30 minutes. That would be increased. That would give you the motivation to be like, man, I did it. I didn't get the 5 miles today, but I did do something. So that the next day you'll have something to feed off of. It's the same way with success and failure in life. You are 1 degree away from success and failure. What do I mean? Many of you guys have heard the term, that person did a complete 360, or that person made a 360-degree change. Well, many of you guys also have heard that if a person makes a 360-degree turnaround, they'll end up at the same place they started. So who wants to go through a difficult and hard journey only to end up at the same place that they started? Not good, right? So anyway, to be mathematically correct, most people want to make a 180-degree turn, which will allow them to be at the opposite of where they're at when they started. But you have to realize, in order to get to that 180, you have to start by taking 1 degree at a time. And you have to give yourself the benefit of the doubt that, you're not going to go from 0 to 180 overnight. Yes, you can add the supernatural to it. Yes, you can think yourself from 0 to 180. You can position your spirit to be from 0 to 180 overnight. Yes. But for it to manifest in the physical, you're going to do yourself a disjustice if it doesn't happen overnight and then you quit. Don't quit. You're so close. I mean, some of you guys are having challenges in your marriages, and I just can't tell you how. My wife and I'm telling you, we've been married 5 years now, but when I really say the first 3.5 years of our marriage was tough, rough, and just like not the will of God. The bottom line is, I couldn't have been able to say, okay, from day one, I want a perfect marriage, and then the next day, if it wasn't perfect, we go get a divorce. That's what many people are doing now. It's like they're not giving themselves the opportunity to grow. And no, it didn't go from 3 years, 5 months, and 29 days, and then on the 30th day, we just got it and it was perfect. It was steady growth. It started off with me making some changes. I decided that, somebody was going to have to change in their marriage, and it was going to be me. And I also had to take a different look for marriage. It was no longer just about myself and my wife, that I had to incorporate God in it. And our roles of being married was, I was doing everything unto God at that point. It was no longer about me. It was no longer about my wife. She was just going to receive the benefits from me honoring God. So by me reevaluating my stance on marriage, then reevaluating my action towards the marriage, there was a steady increase on my behalf. My wife wasn't super receptive to it at first. She wasn't. She wasn't giving me my desired results. But I was no longer doing it to get results. I was doing it because the greater goal was to please God. So I say that to say you have to put a greater goal over top of your desired results. If your desired results are to get healthy, your greater goal needs to be to get healthy. Your desired results can be losing weight. That way you're making changes to get healthy, not to lose a certain amount of weight, because you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot if you don't lose the 20 pounds by the end of the month. But if you're saying, hey, I want to just get healthy, and you start changing your eating habits and you start exercising more, then you'll start to see those results come. And it's not going to necessarily come in your own time. But guess what? The bottom line is the bigger goal is getting accomplished. And in my marriage, I started to see that. It became easier for me to function. I was happier pleasing God. I was happier, even though I wasn't getting the desired results. We weren't as intimate. We weren't, going out. We weren't kissy. We weren't lovey. We weren't touchy. We weren't doing none of that stuff. The bottom line was I was more comfortable with who I was as a husband. I knew that I was doing right. I knew that I could comfortably go to God and say, God, man, you sent me this woman. I know I picked her, but I need you to help me out here. I'm trying to do right now. So eventually my wife and I start communicating about it. So we start talking about the changes that were being made. My wife wasn't receptive to the change because at first she didn't believe it. It was like, okay, he's opening doors for me now. Okay, what is this about? Is it for real, or is he trying to get something? What's the deal? Instead of it being my lifestyle, she thought it might have just been one action. And that's what we have to do. We have to start making lifestyle changes, because once things become part of our lifestyle, then it's no longer a chore. Okay? When you get up in the morning, if making a bed is a chore for you, you have to say, okay, being clean is my lifestyle. Being orderly is my lifestyle. So it's no longer a chore. It's just a part of what you do. Maybe that was a bad example. Let me stick back to my marriage, because I know completely about how that transformation happened. I was like, man, I want to honor God at all times when it comes to my wife. So to do that, I know I need to treat her like a queen. I need to treat her like God would want me to treat her. Okay, so I would open the doors for her. I would, cook for her. I would clean. I would do whatever I could possible to make her feel special. To treat her like the woman that I chose to marry. So that works both ways. Now, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just harping on the husbands. Husbands, this is not just for you, because sometimes it's the wives that need to make the change first. Whoever. Orderly, the man need to make the change first, but that's not always the case. Somebody got to change first, or it's not going to get better. But I don't want to make this just about marriage. I want you to kind of see the correlation in life when it comes to being 1 degree away from success and failure. And I want to go back to that. One small change, it starts from opening the doors. It starts from cleaning up after yourself. It starts with just doing small stuff to go to your bigger goal so that you get the desired results. Many of you all quit too early. You're quitting on everything in life too early because you're not seeing the desired results. But that's because you don't have a bigger goal. So today I'm encouraging you all to get a bigger goal. Find out what your bigger goal is, and then once you're shooting towards your bigger goal and start rewarding yourself for the short victories, you'll start to see the desired results. And even if the desired results don't come in the time that you want them to, you still will continue to go at it because you're chasing after a bigger goal. Just remember, if you're working on something, no matter if it's your marriage, it's your spiritual life, it's your finances, it's your business, it's your health, you have to have a big goal. And once you got that bigger goal, your desired results will come in result of you chasing after that bigger goal. And at the end of the day, if the desired results don't come within that goal in the time that you appointed, guess what? You've already won so many times that you are refusing to quit. So today I challenge you all to go out, get a bigger goal, also find out the desired results that you want, and focus on the big goal. And guess what? Just like my marriage now, my wife, man, she started making the changes. She became receptive to the changes, and she appreciated me for the things that I was doing, and she started doing more. And I can tell you, life is better when you have a partner who's willing to get on board with you and start making some changes with you. So that was my desired result from my bigger goal of being able to honor God through my marriage. So you'll start to see whatever your desired results are, the fruits of your bigger of you chasing your bigger goals. So I appreciate you for listening to me today. Somebody said I had to go a little bit longer. It looks like 10 minutes on today. So you guys let me know. Inbox me. Do what you've been doing. Inbox me. Email me. Call me. Text me. You know, say, hey, Adam. You know, I love the videos. I like it when it's short. I like it when it's long. I guess that's a text already. I know nobody, I haven't even published the video, so there's no way you guys could be texting already. But oh, it's 1:30. That's the word of the day. So anyway, love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.